prospecting. I want to share with you why it's an outcome game. Prospecting is not about selling. It's an outcome game. Now, what does this mean? This means, don't sell a product, sell the outcome. I can't stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. The reason salespeople struggle with prospecting is because they're too busy selling the product. People don't want to buy products. They want to buy solutions. They want to buy answers. They're looking for outcomes. That's what they are looking for. Let me walk you through the 10 things here. And I want you to check out the Sales Hunter University because I've got some courses out there that I want you to grab. I want you to grab them. Okay, number 1, know your outcomes, all of them. I want you to be very active in looking at your current customer list and asking the customers, what are the outcomes that they achieve? How did what it is that you sold them benefit them? And I want you to list all those outcomes down because that's what you're selling. You're not selling your product. Even in the prospecting phase, because this is going to change your mindset. When you're focused on the outcome, remember, if you have the ability to help someone, it's your obligation to reach out to them. I can't stress that enough. But I got to understand what the outcomes are. Number 2, build an FAQ for each outcome. Frequently asked questions. This is your document. This is your playbook. Because for each outcome, I want to have kind of an FAQ. What are the types of questions that I'm going to have to ask to get them to reveal that's the outcome they're looking for? What are the types of questions that they're going to have once we've identified what the outcome is that they're not quite going to understand? But I want you to build an FAQ out. And that FAQ also includes information you want to share. Hey, here's how other customers I've sold to have been able to make this work, etc., etc. Number 3, build questions to go deep. But Mark, I'm in the prospecting phase. No, this is where you do it because here's what I found. The faster I go deep with my questions, the more engaged the customer is going to be. And the better the outcome is that I'm going to find. Remember, prospecting is an outcome game. I can't take surface answers. I've got to go deep. When somebody says something, even on a prospecting call, I want to ask them a follow-up question on it. I have to go deep. I have to go deep. Number 4, the outcome is customer controlled. Okay, now this is key. It's not for you to determine what the customer's outcome is. The customer will tell you what the outcome is, and this is key. Don't assume this is the outcome the customer is looking for. Don't assume. This throws more prospecting awry. Because what happens is we think we know what the outcome is. So then we start steering the conversation down a certain path, and it doesn't go down a certain path. No. You have to allow the customer to say what the outcome is, and then you build on it. This is why you have the FAQ. This is why you ask questions that go deep. Because again, it's customer controlled, and I want to make sure that they fully understand it. Number 5, ICP Focused. You see, here's the whole thing. If they throw out an outcome, but it's an outcome and you're dealing with a customer in an industry that you've never dealt with, you're not going to know how to juggle it. You're not going to know how to run with it. So I got to stay very ICP focused because this is going to allow my outcomes to line up better. And it's going to allow me to be a more sophisticated, intelligent salesperson to help guide you, the customer, through it. Number 6, outcomes by position. You see, the outcomes we're looking to help customers with are going to vary by the position. In other words, the frontline person who's actually going to use the piece of equipment, we'll say that you sell, is going to have a different outcome than, say, the production manager or the CFO. So you got to understand that outcomes are going to vary by the position. And you better be prepared. Again, this is why I go back to that number 1, know your outcomes, all of them. And building that FAQ, this is so key. Because when I hear different things, I need to know how to respond. And don't let that throw you a curveball. Just because you're talking to one person, they throw out one outcome and somebody else. Remember, they're different positions. They're probably people in different positions, so they're going to see things differently. Number 7, know the ROI. Know the return on investment you're going to create from what it is that you sell. Remember, nobody buys anything just for the sake of buying something. Every purchase they make is an investment, and they're looking for a return on their investment. You got to be able to understand, what is this? In other words, if this outcome is going to help you reduce labor, or help you achieve this, help you do this, how do I begin to think about that from an ROI, from a return on investment? Because that's going to help me absolutely, A, gain more confidence in what I'm selling, and 2, really help me to be able to position my solution to fit your needs. Which takes me to number 8, tie to the calendar. This is so key. When you're dealing with an outcome, people have a lot of outcomes they're looking for, but unless they're urgent, they're just not going to run with it. They're just not going to run with it. So I want to say tie to the calendar. The more I can create urgency, the better off I am. Because here's the whole thing. Customers today are really only dealing with their number 1 or number 2 priorities. Even in my own company, we have a lot of things we want to work on. But we're focused in on our top 1 or 2 priorities, you see. So this is where you've got to say tie to the calendar, which takes me to number 9, link to customer priorities. See, this is why I've got to do enough investigating, enough asking you questions, because I've got to understand, where does this fall in their list of customer priorities? I have this happen all the time, where customers aren't ready to pull the trigger. They aren't ready to make the move. They aren't ready to buy because the priority is further down on their list. And number 10, sell the outcome. Don't sell the product, sell the outcome. The product or service that you're selling, all that is a medium to help the customer achieve the outcome. Stay 100% focused on the outcome. Okay, what I shared with you was 10 ways how you can make prospecting and more effective by focusing in on the outcome. Hey, remember up front, I told you a couple things. I said, hey, check out the Sales Hunter podcast. Do check it out. 2, go to the website, thesaleshunter.com. The Sales Hunter University is right there for you. I want you to go to that and get some of the courses that are going to help you prospect more efficiently, more effectively. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.